Hey, what's up? This is Joe. I'm in the city of San Miguel de Allende in the state of Guanajuato. So I wanted to make this video to show you the journey that I took from Lake Chapala in the state of Jalisco to the city of Querétaro. Basically, the journey took me along the southernmost edge of Lake Chapala and then through the state of Michoacán, which had some absolutely amazing food. It was a place a lot of people warned me about. Whatever you do, don't go to Michoacán. You'll die, basically. So obviously I'm still here, still kicking. So, and then riding across the state of Guanajuato to meet up with Lily in the city of Querétaro, where she just moved for work. So we spent a couple of days exploring the city. Absolutely one of the most beautiful and cleanest places I've ever visited in Mexico. So with that being said, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, I've included an optional donate link in the drop box below if you'd like to contribute to this project. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road. After being released from the mental institution in Jocotepec, I was again free to wander. Lily and her son Fernando had just moved to Querétaro, a large city in the center of Mexico where she'd recently landed a job. I was excited about the journey since I hadn't yet ridden through Michoacán, but had heard stories about both its food and notoriety. Riding between the mountains and the lake, I headed across the southern edge of Lake Chapala to Sahuayo, Michoacán. The tire I'd been fortunate enough to locate after my blowout in Jalisco was one of the strangest handling I'd ever used. So I was treating the quick jump over to Michoacán as a sort of a break-in period to ride slow and get used to the super funky handling. As soon as I got to Sahuayo, I started looking around for a place to eat. I wasn't expecting much, but I spotted an interesting sign outside of a restaurant that pulled me inside to investigate. Aldillas. What the hell? Aldillas?
Aldillas.
Aldillas.
Es la parte del puerco,
Okay.
la panza, la barriga.
Así, okay.
Ya se me acabó, pero te voy a vender un pedazo para que la pruebes. ¿Te parece?
Sí, claro. Gracias. Oh.
Está muy caliente, ¿no? Este corte es más jugoso, está más suave.
Okay.
Y este corte es diferente a este, si lo ves. Este es más maciza, más carne.
What we have here is a special type of rotisserie oven designed for roasting large slabs of pork belly spiced to perfection. My head was absolutely exploding from the delicious fatty flavor of this stuff. That meat would have been right at home at any of the best barbecue joints in Texas. It was a total kick in the nuts to be told that all those delicious sizzling slabs were already spoken for and that he'd sold out for the day. Mercifully, the pitmaster let me have another slice and told me to come back at 9 in the morning. Oh my God. Muchas gracias. Now having an appetite and wondering where I was possibly going to find anything as good as that, I spotted this place just across the street, roasting these beautiful chickens on a special type of grill with a gigantic pile of hardwood out front. The state of Michoacán apparently didn't suck. Classics. This is Sahuayo, Michoacán. That place right there makes grilled pork belly barbecue. Guy let me come back there and try them, but he pointed at the oven. He's like, yeah, sorry, all these are spoken for. Come back in the morning. So I'm coming back. That's where I got my my pollo. Looked like they were roasting everything over, looks like oak. Michoacán is famous the world over for its cuisine. Damn. Holy shit. Get a good view from up here. Most people don't use these bridges, but they're, in most Mexico cities, they're, you know, they have these bridges. You gotta walk up a couple of flights of stairs, you walk down a couple of flights of stairs. But a lot of places in Mexico, they'll let you ride sort of right into the lobby like this. Completely ate shit on this slippery ass floor. Earlier, dropped my bike, got a little bit of a beauty marks. Place about as cheap as it gets, about 300 pesos, 15 bucks. They got this cool little inside-outside area. Not a lot of gringos here. This is my first time in Michoacán. Presumably they're gonna close these gates at night. Boy, oh boy, am I excited. Just discovered a new food yesterday I didn't know about, aldias. These right here, basically that's pork belly, and this is like sort of the pork breast. I don't know if that's the right word to use. This is like Texas barbecue. The guy invited me in yesterday and then told me he was out and told me to come back the next morning. So I've just been counting down the minutes until I could go back and have these. One of the salsas he told me about, con cuidado amigo, está peligroso. So one of these is a little dangerous, but we're about to find out. There was my room from last night. Although I hadn't ridden these exact roads, I still knew basically what to expect from my time in central Mexico last summer. A whole lot of high desert with the occasional curve here and there. I rode on. As I entered the city of Querétaro, I began seeing huge expanses of block houses, gated communities called fraccionamientos. By anyone's standards, these are safe, clean, and indicative of the large number of professionals residing in the city. It was in one of these such houses that Lily was now living. I worked at a nearby coffee shop for a bit and met up with Lily for dinner. All right, so we're here in this place in Querétaro. Lily's all bundled up. Are you cold? ¿Tienes frío?
Sí, mucho.
Oh my God. Yo tengo calor, but I'm used to the cold, so it's a cool place that we found. Literally just a hole in the wall. But the menu looks good, so we're gonna sit down and eat.
De costilla.
De cosquilla. Costilla?
Costilla.
And this is the picaña? Picaya?
Picaña.
Picaña.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this, which is a cow's bone grilled over the fire. And we're gonna split that on some tortillas with some naan. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Podemos abrir? Ah. Okay, claro. That's a hydraulic
Okay.
drawer opener. Nice kitchen, buena cocina. Tienes
Un horno
mucho,
grande
mucho espacio para cocinar.
y para hornear.
Por fin
Mucho
podemos.
hornear.
Very nice. Got a little office she's setting up here. Ah, está grande. For the shoes. Ay, Dios santos. Very cool. This is like in a gated community, so really safe. They like that about it. Seems like to me it could be a little boring. So they're just getting settled in here. We're going to go explore El Centro, downtown Querétaro. My stuff takes up a little corner. Boy, that was a nice place they found. Quite a change from my usual accommodations in the woods or the worst parts of whatever town I'm in. But I felt right at home with all the camping chairs. I made a mental note not to get soft in this environment. A 25 el paquete, mira, 25 el paquete.
Sí, señorita, y no pica
Esquites
ninguno,
de
¿eh?
camarón, ok.
Este es asado del elote asado, lo rebano y lo guiso. Y este es el tradicional, ninguno pica. Este es chile morrón,
¿Es salsa macha allá?
salsa macha, chile de árbol. Y hay del que no pica, extra pica, mega pica y pica un guau.
Oh, me gusta picar.
A ver, ¿este es frito? Sí.
¿Puedo probar de camarón? Sí, por favor. Muchas gracias.
Así está bien, muchas gracias.
¿Así, joven?
Sí, muchas
Y
gracias.
si yo le quiero dar, ¿por qué me desprecia, joven? ¿Por qué son así la gente de que no es de Querétaro?
Come on,
Son
joven.
muy despreciativos con las
Adelante,
mujeres de
joven.
aquí.
Hecho con camarones secos, ¿verdad?
Claro.
Ah, ok.
Sabor, ¿no?
Y este es asado, del elote asado, los dejo que se quemen acá primero y luego ya después los rebano. Mire, y después van rebanaditos y ya se hace así.
¿Tiene un esposo mecánico?
Mi hijo.
Oh, ¿su hijo?
Sí.
Ok, claro.
Y mi hijo de autos, le
De
gustan mucho
autos.
las motos.
Ok, ok.
Sí, sí, sí.
Es un buen tipo de aceite, motor.
Sí. ¿Qué les voy a servir, jóvenes?
Muchas gracias, señora.
Dios les bendiga.
Compramos esquites, which is a type of corn that's roasted and then cut off the cob, mixed, stewed con diferentes mezclas de especias, diferentes de puerco, de
Carne.
todas,
Es un poco
todas
más
cosas.
guisado.
So just about anywhere you can travel in Mexico, you'll find esquites or elotes roasted over fire like that. Es una botana muy mexicano. The combination of the roasted corn, muy poquito de mayonesa, de cotija cheese, especias, the salsa macha, just makes the whole thing pop. It's just really a flavor explosion in your mouth. Well, this is probably one of the cleanest places I've ever been in Mexico. You can look, not a bit of trash. So if litter and trash and stuff like that gets on your nerves, Querétaro might be a place to come. Like Miñones.
¿Millones?
¿No has visto la película?
No.
Sun shower. Look at this. Wow. Influencia de Azteca. Damn.
La que tú quieras, bebé.
¿Tú quieres una?
No, gracias.
¿No?
Pues todos.
Sí.
De arroz con leche. ¿Qué, bebé?
¿Te acuerdas como el que tomamos en el Tule con agua tónica?
¿Agua tónica?
El café con agua tónica, ¿te acuerdas?
¿Sí?
Cerca del Tule,
Ah,
en un pequeño...
sí.
Aquí, creo que tienen...
Sí,
Pero
por hoy.
es una oportunidad que tengo.
As we rode around through the narrow streets, I realized this was truly one of the world's beautiful cities. Ay, Dios. Es similar de acá.
Las calles muy estrechas también, ¿no?
Ajá. ¿Me puede explicar la historia de Querétaro, por favor?
Voy a estudiarla para ti.
Por favor. The streets went on and on like a maze as we looked for one of the main marketplaces in the city. Estamos en el Mercado Josefa Ortiz de Domínguez de la Cruz. Ok, vamos. Por allá. Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal, cómo están?
Casi, si quieres.
Si quieres, ¿verdad?
Sí, ¿por qué no? We then commenced to buying an absolute boatload of vegetables and meat. I really love to support smaller businesses like these as opposed to the big chains. Something I feel like lately has become more important than ever. In choosing to buy most of my goods in this way, not only do I feel a sense of connectedness with the community, but also that the quality of what I'm consuming improves by a substantial margin. Still adhering to more or less of a paleo diet, except for that bite of delicious gordita back there. I set out to look for some cuts of that awesome Brazilian steak I'd had earlier.
Oiga, ¿tendrá picaña?
Caña, sí.
Sí.
Dos metujados, ¿no?
¿Vale?
After we rode under the aqueduct, we headed to a food park not far from Lily's place. Here we found a variety of different food vendors set up, selling all kinds of international cuisine from around the globe. Piratas, tacos de barbacoa. ¿Qué estilo es? del norte?
No,
Al taco.
en teoría es de Monterrey, porque es regio.
Okay.
Regio es from Monterrey. Es alitas.
Alitas, claro.
Ajá.
¿Qué es chorizo verde?
Es chorizo, green chorizo.
With green?
Ajá.
Oh my God.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Elotes.
Tortillas, barbecue.
Ajá.
For about 17 bucks, we got this huge mess of delicious beef and chorizo with a bunch of extras.
La aguja.
Agua.
Es aguja y arrachera.
Perfecto,
Okay,
sí.
perfecto, gracias. This, which is a type of beef with the bone in, chorizo with a very red color, arrachera, nopalitos, cactus, arroz, papas, all this for 350 pesos.
Limonada.
Limonada es extra, pero... The journey to Querétaro was a great way to get more acquainted with the geography and culture of Mexico, the landscape, the roads, and of course, the food. And though I've only started to become familiar with the city itself, from what I can tell, there's a lot more to see. I look forward to exploring this city more in the future, but for now, I got a big-ass motorcycle rally coming up in Florida, which I'm scheduled to work, so the next order of business is the road. Take care, and we'll see you next time.